She is a mother of 6, an author, a psychologist, a public speaker. Sarah Bridges is joining us this morning along with her son Noah to talk about her book, Bad Reaction. I don't know how you do it all. You are a busy woman. Here today, though, to share your story on a book that you wrote called A Bad Reaction along with your son Noah, as I said. So good morning to you both.
Thank you.
It's
great to be here.
I'm excited to hear more about this. We'll start with the book here, A Bad Reaction. Tell us a little bit about your story, Sarah, and what is sparking so much conversation about this book.
Absolutely. So A Bad Reaction is the story of Noah's brother, his older brother, who's 23 now. When he was 4 months old, he went in for the normal well baby shots and had a severe reaction to his pertussis vaccine. And so I am not anyone who's a radical or anything else. Where I fall on this issue is that he had something that even the CDC says is a documented side effect. So the night of his shot, he had 106 fever and went into a 2-hour seizure. It was the most horrible thing I've ever encountered as a mother. And they tried and tried and tried to get him to stop seizing. They couldn't. This little tiny baby. And they had doctors called in from other hospitals. And finally, one of the doctors turned to me and said, "Don't worry, I'll stop the seizure. He just might stop breathing when we do it." And so that just started this horrible trajectory of disability and different things. And also our experience of going through the vaccine court, something that exists to deal with side effects.
Certainly a hot topic. You know, do you get your children vaccinated? Do you not? And the side effects. And it hits home for me because I'm a new mom. I have a 1-year-old and I'm going through a similar experience and whether to know that it is the right thing. But this is simply your story. You're not saying that you are anti-vaccine necessarily, but just your experience that you hopefully people can maybe learn from what you went through as a family.
That is totally right. I mean, my message to people is not stay away from vaccines or have vaccines, it's get informed. You know, we're putting very serious medications into little tiny bodies, and I think the key thing that we need to do, starting with going to the CDC website and seeing the side effects.
A lot of people don't think to go there and to check those out.
And understanding that there is a vaccine compensation program for the kids that are injured or killed by vaccines.
And a little different spin on here, Noah. You actually made a video that has gone viral about your brother here. What has that been like so far? Why did you decide to make a video on it?
I was really inspired by Porter, as what could have been really struck me. Porter, as you mentioned, was ahead of his milestones and doing very well at 4 months. And after his injury, all of that changed. And that experience was very hard on not only Porter, but also our family as a whole. So that really sparked my interest to make some sort of informational video, or really just an excerpt of Porter's life, so that other people could share in his experience and maybe learn something or help their own
It's certainly getting
cause.
a lot of attention. It's had over 100,000 views on Facebook. And I know you said you posted the video, and it was like you woke up in the morning, and it was... What was your reaction to see that many people had watched it just overnight? I
was shocked. I just got up and made breakfast and looked at the computer and was just completely taken aback, and I think you were too. Expecting maybe a couple hundred views, but nothing nearly as how it exploded. So.
Well, we've got just a couple seconds left, and I have so many questions. I wish we had all day to talk, but you can learn more about their story in their book, A Bad Reaction. The takeaway here, to both of you, what do you want everybody to know and to take away from your story as we close here, and why do you want them to read the book?
I think for support, for connection, to understand more not only about vaccines, but also what I've heard a lot from are parents who have kids with disabilities. It's a story of that. But also to connect them over to our website, which is freerangelives.com. And the reason for that is there's a community there of other mothers and fathers who are supportive of issues around disability and vaccine choice.
Do you think this has spurred a journalism career for you, maybe watching your mom as an author and your video now?
Absolutely. It's definitely interested me a lot. And I think the biggest point is just to make sure that people know that there's other situation similar
They're
to
not
yours.
alone
and
out there.
Absolutely.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, there's definitely support.
Well,
in
thank you
any
so much for
degree.
sharing your story. Certainly a story of courage and strength, and I know you've been through a lot as a family, and I hope you guys read their book. Once again, A Bad Reaction. You can check out their website. Again, as we close here, freerangelives.com. And thank you both so much.
Thank you for having us.
Great having you on the Morning
Great
Blend.
to be here.
Head to our website. We'll have everything that they talked about. Their story you can check out on our website, fox4morningblend.com.